Hello, beautiful. How are you today? Welcome to Thursday Talks and the Organizing Mindset podcast with me, Suzanna Kaye, professional organizer and to-do list specialist. If you are getting behind on your to-do list and you want to get more done, then I'm the place to be. If you want to organize your papers and ditch all those paper piles, this is where you should be. You are in the right place. Today, though, we are talking about cleaning. That's not our normal topic, I know, but this week we are doing the free spring clean challenge over in the Facebook group and through our email inboxes. So if you've not registered, go over to SuzannaKaye.com at the website and click at the very top. You can register for free for the Spring Clean Challenge and get all of this good stuff in your inbox and do it with us. But that's why we are talking about cleaning this week. And today we are talking about how to make cleaning and home organizing fun. I know, it does not seem like something that you could even manage to do, right? But I asked you in the comments to tell me as we get started. Let me know, do you enjoy cleaning? Tell me that in the comments. I see Sharon is here. She says, good morning from deep South Texas. Mary Hogan says, I enjoy a clean house. I enjoy a clean house too. I just don't like getting there with the cleaning, right? Pat Wallace says, I hate cleaning. Joe says, hello from North Carolina. Hi, Joe, and welcome, Melody. Good to have you. She says, cars are covered in pollen, but it's a beautiful day where she's at in Fairfax, Virginia. Yeah, the pollen, you can even tell in my voice probably, which is nowhere near as bad as it gets if I go outside. But pollen kicks my tush. Right now, you probably can't even hear it because it's so quiet. But I even still have my HEPA filter running in my office, which normally I turn it off for the live sessions, but the pollen is so bad that I've got the air filter on. I don't know if you can hear it. Can you? I think the airplane that flew near the house is louder than the air filter. But yeah, thankfully it's super quiet, but I've got that going. I dusted everything. Yeah, I am all about getting rid of the dust and the pollen right now because I am with you. Pollen season's rough. I think that's probably why I enjoy doing the dusting live on Amazon on Tuesday. All things pollen and dust and blah. Let's see. Oh, Lori says, good morning. She says she did day 1 and 2 of the cleaning challenge. Yay! Awesome. Oh, I'm with you. She says, I like cleaning some things, but not floors. Yeah, I don't love floors and I don't love bathtubs. Those are my two that I don't enjoy the most. Earl Ann says, I don't like to clean, but I love a clean house, right? Kathy says she's in hot East Central Florida. And she says, the pollen has been really bad here since January. Yeah, I'm in Central Florida with you. She says, I don't like cleaning, but I'm in the middle of trying to downsize what I have so I can focus on my hobbies. Ooh, I like that. Oh, yeah, Lori says, can't hear the filter. Yeah, that Levoit filter is awesome. It is so quiet. Melly says, I like cleaning, feel very productive. Oh, yay. Well, you can feel productive at my place anytime, Melody. On Facebook, they say they never like cleaning. Yep. I'm with you. Grandma C says, I enjoy cleaning and the results. I just wish it would stay that way. You know, honestly, that's probably more my problem. I don't really mind the cleaning process once I get into it and I can just kind of focus and be in my Zen mode and do mindless cleaning for a bit. It's that I know it's not going to stay that way for long. So I have to do it again and again. CJ says, good morning, all. I do enjoy certain cleaning tasks. Results are rewarding, but definitely not all. I'm with you. Yes, Cindy says, I hate vacuuming the stairs. Aw, she's on vacation in Orlando now. Welcome to my area of town. Awesome. Melanie says, okay, none of the links sent worked. I had to go to Facebook to get the live cast. I will have to check on that one because they should have worked, but thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate that. I know that you probably know Stephanie, and she answers a lot of the customer service emails that she can, so you get a quick answer, and she helps out a lot on the Facebook group, and she's a really good community member. she normally makes sure that those links are up to date. And I had to do it last night because she had, you know, an emergency that's okay now, but it was left to me. And it is entirely possible that I missed one of the steps that she normally does. So hopefully it's working now, but it is entirely possible. And I will check on that right now, actually, as well, to see if there is one other spot that maybe is supposed to be that I did not do. So what would this be? This would be which Thursday talk? We are in week. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Week 3 of April. So, okay, good. That one is up to date. Just wanted to make sure. Thank you for letting me know, Melanie. It might just be taking a little bit for the link service to actually link it up correctly. So bummer. I'm glad you made it. You're so smart that you did not let that defeat you. Cindy says, thank you. We leave on Saturday morning. My birthday. Happy early birthday, Cindy. What a great birthday trip. Good morning, lovely Marie. And oh yeah, Stephanie is absolutely fine. Her family is fine. It was more of a hiccup type of emergency, not a full blown, but it did need to be taken care of quickly. So I will let her know that you said that, though. She'll appreciate it. Yep. Lovely Marie. No, I hate cleaning. It just overwhelms me all the time. Yep. Melanie says, I'm here now. Lori says, I got through my online library event calendar link for live events. Oh, yay. I'm so glad that worked out for you. Oh, Suzanne, I will, after this, let me check. I know that it went out, but let me check to make sure that your email didn't bounce or something like that. So I will try to remember that in between this and the Path member session. All right. Robin. Okay, good. She says, I clicked the link and it worked. Doing dishes feels good, though I tend to let it pile up a bit. Other cleaning, not so motivated to do. Aw, I hear ya. Nancy from Colorado says, hi, hello. And hello, Lori from Georgia. She says, I'd rather help others clean and organize than do my own. Ooh, yes, absolutely, right? Maybe we should just house swap. CJ said, just purchased your home maintenance checklist. Oh, yay. She says, and I'm interested to find some tasks that aren't on my personal lists. Well, with the checklist that I have, I am sure that there's probably at least something on there that you might not have thought of, right? So this is the home maintenance checklist that she's talking about. And right now, during the spring clean session, this challenge, we are working on some of those deep cleaning tasks, but breaking down to small steps. But this is the full checklist. And if you get the checklist, then there's a special product that I'm actually working on and launching very soon. I'm not going to tell you too much about it because it might adjust slightly before it launches, but it's going to go along with this checklist. So if you already have the checklist, you're going to save some money and some time, and you're going to be ahead of the game. But you can grab the home maintenance checklist bundle in the online store. And there's also, I believe, a link in the description for the video on YouTube. So yay. Yep, Melanie, not a fan of cleaning. Bathtub is the hardest for me because I've got bad knees and it's hard for me to get down to the floor and reach in the tub. Me too, right? She says, I plan to use the magic erasers on the tub. Yes, use the magic erasers. And on Saturday, when I do the live on Amazon, I'm really hoping to be able to show one of the tools that, it's funny, it's the best way if you do have a guy in the house, the best way to get a guy to want to clean. I have a drill attachment that my husband actually loves to use that turns the drill into a scrubber. It's really easy to use that I use as well. But because sometimes the guy's just not around or it just needs to be done. So I've used it and it's very easy, but it's a really fun one that I'm going to share on Saturday on the Amazon Live. So check that out also. But magic erasers are really good for that stuff that just will not come up. Nancy said to Lori, she was going to say the exact same thing. You're welcome, Suzanne. Yep, I'll check Lori. I know that you've had troubles with something is going on with your email, Lori, where we send it and you're not finding it. So I'll check to make sure it's sent again, but we need to figure out why your email service is not actually delivering those to you. Oh, on Facebook, they say, I'm cleaning right now while listening to this talk on Facebook in my apron pocket. I love it. Lori says, do magic erasers disinfect? That's a good question. I don't know. I will look into that. But usually what I do with them is I will use them as get the grime off, get the stains off, and then I just do a quick wash right after that. So that way I don't have any of the none of the like magic eraser residue. I mean, it leaves just like a barely residue, but it does leave kind of a tiny bit of a residue sometimes, which just rinses off really easily. So I usually just give it like a quick wash with Dawn or something like that afterwards. And it is spick and span clean, but it would never come as clean without those magic erasers. I live and die by those things. But yay, I'm so glad that you're all here. And as you hop on, let me know, do you like to clean, as well as who are you? Where are you from? But like I mentioned, today we are talking about how to make cleaning and organizing actually fun. I also shared the home cleaning and maintenance checklist. You can go to SuzannaKaye.com and click on shop, or to the link that you see there and grab that. And it's going to be very helpful in the future for something that we are working on behind the scenes right now. And my Path members at noon, you're going to get kind of the first information and teasers. And I want to get some feedback from you during our noon session about this new product, as well as we are going to talk a little bit about some of the current scams and alerts that you might need to know about going on right now. I'm going to share one of the popular scams to be aware of. So Path members at noon during our live, make sure to check that out. All right. So as promised, how in the world do you make cleaning and home organizing fun? Sometimes it is not fun because it is one of those tasks where you do it and it just has to be done again. So it's very hard to get into it, right? Well, there are a number of ways that you can do this. And I'm just going to talk about like 3 of them, 3 ways today, 3 of the main ways that I do it. But there are a bunch of other ways. And if you're interested in the SuzannaKaye.com store, there is an entire webinar replay available about making cleaning and organizing much more fun for you in your home. So, number 1, this is one of my favorite ways, especially if I'm working with my to-do list or trying to get myself to do a job that I simply don't want to do. Gamification. That just basically means turning it into a game. Even if you are a grown-up adult, we still prefer something that's more of a game than a to-do list item, right? So what are some ways that you can turn cleaning and organizing into a game? Well, one way would be with something like the Small Step Home Organizing cards. And I'll tell you a little bit about the why in a minute. But the Small Step Home Organizing cards, this is one way that you can turn home organizing into a game. You could create your own type of small step cards for cleaning if you wanted. But this is kind of like a declutter roulette that you can play, where you can randomly pull a card and whatever it says, you can declutter in your home. So, for example, this one says, pick 5 bag clips, twist ties, rubber bands, or similar items that you can let go of. So they really are not hard tasks, and there's only a few that you need to find. So that's what makes it more of a fun game. The roulette, not knowing what you're going to pick out and seeing what it is, knowing that it's a super small step, because remember, small steps can fit much better into our calendar, our schedule of each day, than a large project, right? If it's clean out your whole junk drawer, that's a larger project. If it's find 5 bag clips, twist ties, or rubber bands, that if you are doing stuff like that consistently, your junk drawer is automatically going to become more and more organized. So gamification, make it a game by having maybe some small steps and doing a roulette style where you don't know what you're going to choose. Or, and CJ's here, I stole this one from CJ with permission, bingo, a bingo game. So CJ mentioned that one of her favorite ways to make her to-do list more fun is to turn it into bingo. And correct me if I'm wrong with this, CJ, but basically putting a bunch of different to-do list tasks on a bingo grid. And as she completes these different tasks, she can cross them off. So as she gets these different bingo rows, she can celebrate. The goal is to fill the card if possible, but that just makes it a lot more fun than having it on a regular to-do list, right? Not only that, but with turning it into the game, when it's a game with other people, it's even more fun, right? So having community, that's part number 2. Having a community, which would be just like friends or some kind of group that you might belong to, things like that. Having those people who you can either confide in and talk about it, or even better, actually work with and play with, that makes it so much more productive and more fun. So how would you do that? One way that one of our community members has used the small step cards. She created a small step card, kind of like a book club. It's a small step card club where she and friends get together once a week. They pull their card, and that's what they do for the week. And then the next week they report back how they did with their small step card. They pull another card, and it's a great time to get to see each other, talk about some of the different things that came up, and a great conversation starter as well. So you could do that with friends either in person, or you could do it virtually. If you wanted to do it over Zoom or email or a phone call, you could pick a card together and report back at whatever stage is good for you. Another way to do that with friends is like we do in the office. No, not the office hours. We do it in the Thursday talks for Path members. We draw our card. Group hikes. Man, my brain is foggy. Must be the pollen. We draw a card during the group hike each time. And then during that hike session, we have the opportunity, if we want to go ahead and see if we can do that declutter task during one of our little quick work sprints. And then we come back and share what we let go of. So that's one way that community can help, is doing it with you. So the bingo game, for example, maybe you have set up your to-do list bingo. They set up their to-do list bingo, and you see it's a race to see who can actually get bingo first. So there are a number of ways to involve your friends and your community into the gamification. And once you turn it into a game, especially using those small steps, that opens up your brain and reduces the resistance, all of that ick that you feel about just even getting started, and it gets you started faster. And I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but once you get started, it's so much easier to continue. The hard part is getting started. So the gamification really helps with that. So I mentioned the group hikes, which is for Path members, the group hikes and replay. Those are a great way also to use community, and you can create your own version of it if you wanted to. So our group hikes within the Path membership, or the replays, if you wanted to use it when we're not doing a live one at the moment. This is where we get together online, live over Zoom. You can have your camera on or off, it doesn't matter, but I put on some music and we work on whatever productive task needs to be done. We don't all work on the same task necessarily, but I do give some options if you wanted some ideas of what to work on. So each little work sprint will work for a chunk of time called a sprint. Then we take a break, sprint, break, sprint, break. During the sprints, you work. I play some music. During the breaks, I answer questions. I read out comments. I share whatever it is that needs to be shared. And then we keep doing that. And it makes it so much faster and more fun. So just having a friend, quote unquote, in the room, virtually or otherwise, can help. And then finally, number 3, I told you there were 3, and this is the longer one. Make it easier. So all the stuff that I talked about already has already made it easier. It's much easier when you broke it down into small steps. It's much easier when you made it into a game. It's much easier with friends to either state what you plan to do and have that friendly accountability, or to have something like a group hike session with a friend or a group of friends or as a path member, those all make it a lot easier. But there's some other ways to make it easier too. First off, I like to do what I call forensics. Forensics for cleaning. I do forensics for organizing, for productivity, and of course for cleaning. We want to really take a scientific, quote unquote, look at, all right, with cleaning, what is causing the most mess in the home? And is there a way that you can adjust that? Maybe find a way that it won't be as messy. So an example would be, sometimes we decide to make juice. This is the carrot and apple juice that we make with a juicer. That is a messy process. Even though the juicer is amazing, you get carrot juice on the counter, and our counters are a very light color, which means that magic eraser comes out to try to get the orange out of the countertop again. So that is one of the biggest messes. How could we adjust so maybe it's not as big of a mess, which will make cleaning it up a lot better? Well, one way that we figured to do that is we have now a red drying mat, a dishes drying mat that we put underneath the juicer. So the counters don't get covered in all of the carrot and apple juice. So much easier. And then we could just throw that drying mat into the wash and use it again the next time we want to make juice. So what is causing the biggest mess in your house? And is there a way that you can adjust, whether it is using a product in a different way, which is one of the things I love to share on those Amazon Lives, different ways to use the products creatively, or maybe doing it in a different location or finding a new product to do it that might be easier. Maybe a different juicer could be a lot less messy and easier to clean up. Some other forensics. What do you like doing the most and what do you hate doing the most? So for me, I hate doing the floors and I hate doing the bathtubs. A lot of the reasons are for like what Melanie said. I've got bad knees and bending and my hands and everything. It's just not easy for me. So I know what I hate. I hate floors. I hate bathtubs. Thankfully, my husband does not mind floors and bathtubs. So currently, I do those and he hates doing toilets. I don't mind it that much. So I do the toilets. Now, before I had him around, I still had floors and I still had bathtubs. So what I did is I actually hired a cleaning service to come and just do my floors and bathtubs. So it was a lot cheaper. It was just a local person who was just doing their own little cleaning business that was small. So it was a great little filler job for her in between some of the bigger jobs of a day. So she could really fit in 3 jobs that day. And it was perfect for me because I could do the rest easily. And I did not want to spend a whole lot of money for the jobs that I could do. So look at the things that you like doing the most and what do you hate doing the most. And is there a way that you can take away or make easier the hates and maybe trade and do more of the likes? All right. There's also other ways to make it easier. The right tools and products can make a huge difference. And I know that you've heard me talk about some of the Amazon Live sessions during the Spring Clean Challenge. I've actually been doing some sessions live on Amazon. So throughout the live session on Amazon, what I do is I share not only some of my favorite products and tools, but I also share some tips on how you can use them differently or different ways that you could achieve the same thing that you might not have known. Like tonight. Tonight, we are talking about floors and more. So we will be talking about how to clean your floors, but also trash cans, how to clean and sanitize those and find the right trash cans for what you need. And I'm going to touch on some of that stainless steel, which drives me nuts because it's always got fingerprints on it and it's always dirty. But I will be sharing a tip. What does Pam oil spray have to do with your stainless steel? Well, tonight I will be sharing my trick that involves Pam baking spray with my stainless steel. So during those Amazon Lives, you can only find them through my Amazon store or the links that I share, like in the description to my Amazon store as of right now. But I will be sharing a bunch of different tips along with the products. Now, Why do I want to do that, especially during the spring cleaning challenge? So you can make it easier. Having the right tools and products that you enjoy using. That's the key, that you enjoy using. Whether they are fun and you just get a kick out of using them, like I've got a very fun kitchen scrub brush that it makes me smile when I use it because it's a very silly scrub brush. Or maybe it's just something that makes the job so much easier that you enjoy it. Now, as a reminder, for those of you who are not familiar with my Amazon store and Amazon Lives and any products, the Amazon products that I shared some links to some of my favorites that I'll be talking about throughout the week in the video description. I am an Amazon associate, so I do earn some commission from qualifying purchases if you use the links to buy product and in those Amazon Live videos. So wanted you to know that it won't affect the price you pay. It just simply helps me to create content like this for you without having to charge you. So that's one way that I help keep the lights on, but I always want to be completely transparent with you. So one example is in the description for the YouTube, if you're on YouTube right now, in the description, I included a link to one of the products that make it just so much easier and a whole lot more fun when I'm cleaning, which is this, I typed that wrong. It's Easy Pick. Let me fix that. The Easy Pick grabber. This is the longer one. It's a 40-inch, and they have some shorter ones, but a lot of times when I need something that I can grab from far away. But this is one of the products that makes cleaning easier for me. Like I said, you can find the link in the description, or it's on the screen for my actual store, not this directly, but you will see this on the store. So why does this work with cleaning? For one, I use this for more than just cleaning. This is usually next to me on the couch because it never fails that the blanket is just out of reach or the remote is across the room or I need to grab something. And this is perfect for grabbing because look at this. It's got rubber all along the sides instead of just on the tips. And it's like a really good grippy rubber. Plus it's got little magnets on the ends. So if you're picking up something metal, it will grab it better. And I don't have to do that weird, like spinning your wrist because that actually hurts for me. I have very bad hands and arms because the end, look, you can actually spin it around. So you can pick up something in either direction, which that is a huge saver for me as well. It just saves my wrist. But this Easy Pick grabber, one of the things that I love to do when I'm cleaning is I will grab one of my microfiber cloths and all of those areas that I can't quite reach up high, I'll actually just grab this and do a quick dust up high because I've already got the microfiber cloth with me. Plus, this is also how I reach the extra socks that fell behind the dryer, that ball of cat fur behind the dresser, any of those hard to reach places. And it keeps me from having to bend down as much. Sometimes I've actually been known when I'm having a very sore, like painful day in my back, I've been known to put a Clorox wipe in this and just wipe up something that I see on the floor. So if you are like me and bending down is difficult, reaching up really high can be difficult, getting up and down from the couch, then the Easy Pick grabber is one of those products that just makes it easier. And it's very fun. So it makes organizing and cleaning more fun, especially when my husband comes in the room, because I can give him like a little playful pinch. He always laughs when I do that because he doesn't see it coming. And you can just enjoy like you're a little kid again, right? It feels like you're playing with a kid's toy sometimes, but for grown-ups. So that's one example of a tool or a product that not only makes the job easier and gets the job done better, but it makes it more fun. So another example, and just as a reminder, the links to these are in the video description on YouTube. They are not in the Facebook video description. Instead, for the Facebook ones, you'll have to go to the Amazon shop link that you see on the screen, amazon.com/shop /Suzanna Kaye, all one word, Suzanna Kaye. And you'll have to go there and you'll see these in there too. So Melanie, I know that you're here. Melanie knows that one of my favorite tools I have right now are the Mighty Cleaner microfiber towels. These are another one that these are not so much fun as they are just more pleasant to use. So I use these for dusting a lot because they're actually made for cars. This is another one that I use for kind of a different purpose than they're marketed as. So these are made for cars and they're extra, extra fluffy. And that helps pick up the dust better. And they don't have a seam. So you're not as likely to scratch any of your nice furniture or collectibles. But the reason why these make my job so much more pleasant, not just do they pick up the dust really well, but Melanie has coined the term teddy bear towels, and I've totally stolen that from Melanie. I've been calling them teddy bear towels too now because they're super soft. So having a product that feels good to use is sometimes another way that you can make the job easier and more fun, because unlike a regular microfiber towel that kind of, for me, if my hands are dry, they kind of like stick to my fingers a little bit and feel kind of weird, like they're catching on my fingers. It's kind of hard to explain even what they do. But not only do they do that, but they're just not comfortable to use, those regular microfiber towels. And these are really comfortable to use. I enjoy touching them, and you can throw them in the wash. So that's another example, though, of, okay, what's a product that makes it easier and more fun? Having something that feels good to use. So that's an example. And I will share one last example of a way that can make organizing and cleaning especially more fun. And this is another one that I shared on my Amazon that you might not really think about for cleaning. This one is, these are curved, C-U-R-V-D, curved earplugs. And one of the things that I love about these earplugs, not only do they come, they've got a great carry case that if I'm cleaning, it's like this stainless steel or something carry case, and it's super strong. So I don't have to worry about losing the carry case. I can clip it onto my waistband or my cleaning carrier. Sorry, the dog is all over the place, huh? But these are the curved, like I said. The link is in the description on YouTube. These are another one of those Amazon items where if you do purchase through the link, then I may get a small commission. But check those out. These are not your normal earplugs. These, and they come in, I think, 6 different colors. They've got like black, clear, this yellowish that's called honey, which is actually really pretty, purple, blue, and like this mint green. So they're really nice. But one of the things I really don't like about cleaning are some of the sounds, especially because we have nothing but terrazzo floors in our house. So the sounds just amplify, especially the vacuum cleaner. And I hate the sound of the vacuum cleaner. I hate the sound of the garbage disposal. I actually don't mind the sound of my power scrubber, but when I'm using the drill with the drill scrubber, I don't like the sound of the drill. But I do enjoy when that sound can be dampened or mostly gone. And that's what I use these for. Sometimes I will put on my AirPods and put on the noise canceling and knock it out with music or something. But I don't always want to listen to music. Sometimes I just need the peace of something quiet for a while. So I pop these in. Check this out. You would never think that I would mention earplugs for cleaning, right? But these are absolutely one of my go-tos for cleaning, for travel, for sleep, for productivity. If you're trying to get some work done, then drowning out the extra noise, like just taking that bit of extra noise out, is so much easier for focus, especially if you're an ADHD person like me, let me tell you, or if you have noise sensitivity also like me. You can barely see that they're in. Like, I don't think that anybody would really notice. that I was wearing these. So if I worked in an office, I could probably put these in too. But I can still hear, because I did not push them into where it's like a really tight seal, I can still hear the important things around me. If my husband called or came in and wanted to talk to me, I could still hear that. But I don't hear the low hum of that air purifier or air conditioner. I don't hear the random outside noises. It's a lot more peaceful. And for me, the more I push them in, the more it blocks out. I wouldn't say that they're noise canceling, because I don't feel like there's ever a point where I completely can't hear. So if you were like sleeping next to somebody who snores a lot, like I sometimes do, these would not block out all the snoring, but it would dull it enough that it's not as upsetting. So if you are like me and are bothered by some of the noises that happen, especially the vacuum cleaners, while cleaning, try out the curved earplugs, because these are kind of a lifesaver for both productivity and cleaning for me. They make it so much more enjoyable and more of a meditation. So that's another example, though, of this is a way to make cleaning and organizing more fun, right? One of the things that I hated when I did my forensics were all of the jarring noises, and it just was not peaceful. So I still felt very distracted and sometimes stressed out. Forensics took that away, and I actually don't mind vacuuming now, which has never happened in my life. So try that type of thing out. This is another way, curved earplugs are another way that you can make your cleaning and your organizing nowhere near as bad as it used to be. Hopefully you enjoyed what we talked about today with making it easier and finding community, gamification, all of that. And we will do a recap in just a minute. So let me know in the comments, how do you make cleaning and organizing better for yourself? I would love to hear how you feel about that and what your tips and tricks are. Let's see, in the comments. Before I go to the recap, I wanted to hop over here and see. You guys have been chatting. I love it. Let's see. Sorry, you guys are really chatty, and that makes me very happy. So we're back to Lori's Do Magic Erasers Disinfect? And I answered that one. Erlan says, are you familiar with Norwex products? They are the best and no harmful chemicals to make us sick. Love when it has no harmful chemicals. Absolutely. I'm vaguely familiar, but honestly, I could probably use a refresher on more about the product. So I know that I have a number of products that I also use in certain areas, or when I'm feeling more sensitive, that are more chemical free or no harmful chemicals. But I will look into that even more, just because honestly, I don't think I've ever researched them to the level that I can say that I am confident with the product. So I'll check into that more. Lori says, I just got the email for today's links. Yay. Oh, okay. If it didn't arrive until 11:09 a.m., that is probably something happening with your email and how often it checks for new mail. So follow up with me in the next office hours, and we can troubleshoot that. And during that Pathfinder office hours, we can see what your settings are on your email when it's collecting emails, new emails. Melanie says, I'm still having problems with organizing, quote unquote, all the Suzanna Kaye papers and checklists and such that I print out. Have you grabbed the Suzanna Kaye resources binder? That's for free in the Suzanna Kaye store, I believe. That should have the link there. But that's a good place. You just pop that into a binder, and it's a good place to keep all of the stuff, Suzanna Kaye, all in one place and organized. So really good one. If you've not already grabbed it, then during our Pathfinder, because I know you're a Pathfinder too, during our Pathfinder Thursday talk after this, I can show you a little bit about it and remind you where to get it. Because, yeah, I don't want to add to your paper problems. Sheila says, hello. She's, hi, everyone from upstate New York. Yay. Suzanne just got the email with the Path members link, but she says she does not see anything for the challenge. The challenge would be on the webpage, SuzannaKaye.com. Those emails went out last week, inviting you to the challenge. So you just probably were busy. I know that sometimes our email inbox can get a little full and we might miss some things, but go to SuzannaKaye.com. And at the very top, you can click and join the challenge. And I'm glad that you found that email. Hey, Pat Flood, good to see you. Good morning. And BT, welcome. Lori was saying CJ's bingo, very creative. And CJ says that she borrowed the bingo idea from the many other ways people use this game form. Self-care lists, emails to send, etc. Yeah, it's true. You can use that bingo game for anything. Cleaning, or you could make it for if you have kids or grandkids to get them to clean. Absolutely. Grandma C says, I wish my girls were still around to play with me, but at age 53 to 42, they have their homes of their own to do. Right? I know. The nice thing is, though, you could always, for the week, set up a bingo sheet for the week or grab a small step card together for the week. And all of you work in separate homes, but you just connect over text, email, phone, whatever you want to connect with. And that's a great way to just kind of keep connected as well. I'm sure that they have their own homes. They probably could use some more fun with cleaning and decluttering too. Lori says, great ideas. Love the accountability using small step cards with my friends. Yes, it's so much more fun with friends. Lori says, friend in the room is the best. My sister and I did it virtually sometimes during COVID, cleaning out drawers, putting away clothes, etc. Right? We need to bring back some of the positive things that came into our lives during the COVID period. We don't want to bring back anything COVID. But some of those positive ways that we reconnected and slowed down. I missed some of that. On Facebook, she says, motivator, pretend someone important is coming to visit. Cute. I love it. My mom, sister, and I would pretend the Pope was coming. That is such a cute way to do it. That's much more fun. Yes. Aw. Mary says, my teddy bear clothes came yesterday. Her microfiber towels. She says, I love them also. Yeah, you're going to be rubbing them, like touching them so much. They're so soft. She just says, ooh, I love my tools and products. Might just have a few too many. Yep. Kathy says, I used to pick up pine cones and sticks in my yard with the grabbers. That's a really good one because then you don't have to keep bending down. And also, like after trash day, when the trash people empty our trash cans with the big truck, sometimes things fly out. So that's probably a good idea. I should take it on a walk with me. Oh, good. Lovely Marie is following me on Amazon too. Yay. Yes. When you go to the store link, you can hit follow and get notifications when I'm going live and see my next ones. Melanie says, okay, I really need that easy pick grabber. I even have problems with getting laundry out of a deep top load washing machine at the laundromat. Short arms and short legs do I have. Right? It helps if you're short, or it helps you if you're short. It helps you if you're sore. Don't get up and down as easily. It's awesome. Oh, lovely Marie says, I also ordered the scanner, but not sure if I got the discount. Now I need to figure out shelving since I don't have storage in my spare bedroom. Oh, well, we can absolutely help with storage during office hours. We can come up with some ideas to help you with that storage. And yeah, if you double check and if you didn't get the discount, then I can help connect you with the people that can make that right for you, I'm sure. Joe says, how do I join in on Amazon Live tonight? So there are two ways to join. In the description of this video, there's a link to my Amazon store, or for an even easier way to remember how to get there, when you go to SuzannaKaye.com and you click on the shop link, then when the shop opens, my online store with my products, at the very top in the free resources area, you'll see the Amazon store item. And then when you click on that, it'll take you to the Amazon store. And right there from the Amazon store, you can see the most recent live stream that I did. So the replay will be there, and there's an area to click for more live streams and view past live streams. And when you get into that area, when you click to go in there, it'll show you the ones that are upcoming as well. And you can always follow my whole store and follow that live stream to get notifications and all that good stuff. She says, also, do you send a reminder? I don't send a lot of reminders for the Amazon lines. Right now, I am sending some reminders because of the Spring Clean Challenge. So if you're registered for the Spring Clean Challenge, you will get a reminder. You probably won't get a reminder if you're not registered, because I don't want to send any extra emails to people who might not want them. So it's something where I want to know that you want those, and I'll send them to you. But if you're registered for the Spring Cleaning Challenge, then I will send a reminder for tonight. Oh, Kimberly, she says, like those curved earplugs, good for noisy restaurants too. Yes, that's a really good one. And like if you're going to a bar or a concert or something like that, for me, if they have loud music or a lot of very loud talking, it's a bit much. So I did not have these yet at the time. So I had to wear some of those construction worker earplugs and I just did not push them all the way into my ear. Nowhere near as good. And I probably looked very silly and I felt old. But the last time I went to a concert, that's what I had to wear. I'm pretty sure I even lost one. So these, though, fit in your ear much better. They're just great. And you can still hear the concert, just not as abrasively. So love those. But I wear them a lot of the times when I'm working too now. Yeah, Robin says, earplugs, clever. I have tinnitus. Oh, yeah, that would hurt. She says, running a vacuum would really set it off. My hubby's starting to do the vacuuming and tinnitus is not as bad as it used to be, but using them would be very helpful. Yes, absolutely. And depending on your tinnitus, you might want to push them in further so they seal more, or if that's bothering you, you might want to just like loosen them a little bit so it's not a super, super like practically watertight seal. So you can kind of just adjust them to what's most comfortable for you. I know for me, I've got bad ears because of TMJ. So if I seal them completely tight, then after a while, any type of earplug, doesn't matter what it is, after a while, it just kind of starts to hurt in my ears because of how my ears are affected. So I like that I can just kind of twist them a little bit and make them adjust to whatever level of being kind of sealed in my ear I need. So yeah, it should help, I would think. I mean, I don't know scientifically, but I would imagine that would probably be something that you'd want to at least try and see if it helps out. And I'd love to hear what you think, if so. Lori says, from your Amazon, I put the curved earplugs and Easy Pick in my Amazon cart last night. Oh, yay. I'm sure that you will love them. Oh, some of my favorites. I love it. CJ says, I save my favorite products to listen to while cleaning. Can't listen unless I'm cleaning. Reward, or not products, podcasts. Yes, that's a good one. I like that you don't listen to them unless you're cleaning. That's cute. Pat gave a big smile. Ellen said, could not find the Noon Talk last week, and I am a Pathfinder. Let me do this. We're about to wrap this up and go over to the talk, but Ellen, if you go into your online library, SuzannaKaye.com, click login. When you get into that library, click on the Path membership area. So it'll be one of the boxes, Path membership. And that first page also has all of the links right there. Make sure that you pop over in there because maybe the email got delivered to your spam or something like that. If you don't see the email, I'll check on that, the email and everything later to make sure that yours is not bouncing back or anything. But for today's Noon Talk, go into the online library and you will have the link there. And I will double check also. As the talk gets started up, I'll hop into our system and see and make sure that it's all saving correctly and stuff. So I'll check that out and I look forward to seeing you at noon. Welcome, Joyce, joining late. And Lori laughed at the Pope is visiting. Joyce says, I hate cleaning. You are not alone. And then finally on Facebook, she says, I have a super high shelf in my laundry room for all those paper towels from Costco, right? She says, I punch a hole in each wrapper and use my grabber to put them up on the shelf and bring them down. That is a really good idea because, if you get hit on the head with paper towels, it's, if it's something happened and they fell off, probably not going to hurt you. I mean, depending on how big the pack is, but most likely, you can step out of the way for one, but if it hits you on the head, you're probably not going to have a huge gash in your head or anything, although do be careful. So soft stuff up high, I love to do because if it falls, it won't hurt you, but you can store it and grab it with a grabber like this. And it's just one of my things that I've done for years and years. I love that. Thank you for reminding me about that one. I love that. You're so welcome, Ellen. All right, so really quick, let's do a quick recap. And then my Path members, in about 8 minutes, we will hop on over to our weekly session. And I will be reminding you about a current scam that's going on. I'm going to start reminding you more often about any scams and alerts that you might need to be aware of and how to avoid getting caught in their trap. So to make cleaning and organizing more fun, turn it into a game. Bingo, small step organizing cards, any of that makes it so much more fun, and it helps you get started, right? And then your brain has a better memory of it because it had more fun. Find community, whether it's friends, a group like the Path members. If you don't have any friends or family that live nearby, the Path membership is perfect for you because it's a great way to connect with like-minded people. But find that community and work with each other. Do group hikes on your own. Watch the replays of group hikes if you're a Path member. Mirroring, just being in the same room, even if it's virtually, even if it's on just speakerphone. It makes a huge difference just not being alone with it. It makes it much more fun. And then finally, make it easier. Do your forensics for cleaning. Figure out what's causing the most mess. What do you like the most? What do you hate doing the most? And see how you can adjust things. So overall, it's going to be easier. And make sure that you're using tools and products that you love. Because if you have products that feel like a game, like the grabber, right? It feels like a kid's toy almost, but it's extremely useful to have around, then that can be fun. And I have fun with it sometimes. If you have products that just feel nice to use, right? The really softness of the Mighty Cleaner microfiber towels. Or if you can avoid some of the things that cause more stress, like using the curved earplugs when you're vacuuming. So it's not as disturbing of a sound. That's another way to find products and tools that make it super easy for you. And just a reminder, these are on my Amazon store and in the descriptions below, but I am an Amazon associate, so I may make commissions on qualified purchases made using the links. You're going to get tired of hearing that one, but I always want to make sure that you know. And then finally, to wrap it up, tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be sharing tips, tricks, products, and more for your floors, your trash cans, and even a little bit about your stainless steel. So tonight, you're going to find out what in the world do a microfiber spray mop, Nature's Miracle cleaner, and your cat or dog have in common. I'm going to share a lot of my favorite tricks and how to use products in a different way than you may have thought tonight at 6 p.m. You can join the live stream by going to my Amazon.com shop at Amazon.com/shop/Suzanna Kaye. All one word, no spaces. And tonight you get to meet my favorite cleaning buddies, Betty and Martha. They help me clean all the time, and they do some of my least favorite cleaning for me. So you get to meet them tonight too. And overall, remember, it is okay if you do not spend your whole day cleaning perfectly. Every tiny bit, every time you take a tiny step or wipe one counter down, it is a step forward. So whatever you do, celebrate it. And that's it. Your next step from here, if you're a Pathfinder, I will see you in 4 minutes in our weekly talk. Either way, Pathfinder or not, join me tonight on Amazon Live at my shop at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for some tips and tricks. Grab your home cleaning and maintenance checklist in the website store, SuzannaKaye.com store. And if you'd like to join me as a Path member, so you can get in on these weekly talks, hear some of this great advice and about scams and get more done and join us for group hikes and make new friends that you can do accountability with and all the good stuff, go to the store, SuzannaKaye.com, and join the Path membership. And then you can also join us at noon. There you go. I love you so much, and I will see you all very, very soon. Keep doing great work. Bye now.